Today I will be sharing a story titled Fractured Hearts in the sprawling city of Veridale, where the skyline was a mix of ancient spires and modern skyscrapers. Three lives collided in a whirlwind of love, betrayal, and redemption. Chapter 1: The Beginning. Evelyn, a talented painter known for her vivid landscapes, lived a quiet life in her art studio, hidden in the heart of the city. Her work was a reflection of her soul, beautiful but guarded. She had been married to Lucas for 5 years, a charming and ambitious architect whose projects were the talk of the town. Their marriage seemed perfect to the outside world, a union of creativity and intellect. But beneath the surface, cracks were beginning to form. Evelyn felt increasingly isolated in her marriage, as Lucas became more consumed by his work. The once passionate conversations they shared were now replaced by silence, and the warmth between them had cooled. Chapter 2: The Intruder. Enter Clara, a brilliant, enigmatic writer who had recently moved to Veridale. She met Lucas at a gallery event where Evelyn's paintings were displayed. Clara was immediately drawn to Lucas's charisma, and he to her mysterious allure. They began an affair that was as intoxicating as it was dangerous, both knowing it could shatter the lives they had built. For a while, they kept their relationship hidden, meeting in secret places, exchanging stolen moments. But secrets have a way of surfacing, and Evelyn, with her keen intuition, began to sense something was wrong. She found traces of Clara in Lucas's life, an unfamiliar perfume, late-night messages, and eventually, a note hidden in Lucas's jacket. Chapter 3: The Confrontation. Evelyn confronted Lucas, and in a heated argument, the truth came out. Lucas admitted to the affair, but pleaded for forgiveness, claiming it was a mistake, a lapse in judgment. Evelyn was devastated, her world crumbling around her. She couldn't believe the man she had loved and trusted could betray her so deeply. Torn between her love for Lucas and the unbearable pain of his betrayal, Evelyn made a decision. She would leave Veridale, leaving behind her marriage and the life she had known. She needed to find herself again, away from the shadows of her past. Chapter 4: The Journey. Evelyn traveled to a remote coastal village, where she rented a small cottage by the sea. The village was quiet, far removed from the hustle of Veridale, and it was here that Evelyn began to heal. She spent her days painting the rugged coastline, capturing the raw beauty of the waves crashing against the cliffs. Each brushstroke was a release, a way to process her emotions. Meanwhile, Lucas was left to grapple with the consequences of his actions. Clara, realizing the damage they had caused, ended the affair, leaving Lucas to face his guilt alone. He tried to reach out to Evelyn, but she had cut off all contact, determined to move on. Chapter 5: The Return. Months passed, and Evelyn grew stronger, finding peace in her solitude. One day, she received a letter from Lucas, not pleading for her return, but apologizing for everything he had done. He acknowledged the pain he had caused and expressed his deep regret, but he understood that she needed to be free. Evelyn, moved by his honesty, decided to return to Veridale, not to rekindle their marriage, but to confront her past. When she arrived, she met with Lucas. They spoke for hours, both shedding tears for the love they had lost and the mistakes that had been made. In the end, they parted ways, each with a sense of closure. Evelyn returned to the village, where she continued to paint, her art now infused with the depth of her experiences. Lucas threw himself into his work, finding solace in creating something beautiful out of the ruins of his life. Epilogue: The rebirth. Years later, Evelyn's paintings began to gain recognition, not just for their technical skill, but for the emotional depth they conveyed. Her work was a testament to the power of healing and the resilience of the human spirit. Lucas, too, found a new path, one that was not defined by his past mistakes, but by the lessons he had learned. Their lives, once intertwined in love and pain, had taken different directions. Yet, in their separate journeys, they found a new beginning, a rebirth that was as beautiful as it was hard-earned.